I'm not going to anybody's video, excuse me, or challenging anything. I'm just like scrolling through YouTube, and the message is pretty clear. The universe is balancing everything out. It's straight up clear, really, really clear that the people who've been on the bottom of the totem pole have been black people, and below that, black women. Chris Rock, you gon' comment when I say this. You are gonna comment on it, and you gonna call me all kind of bitches and hoes. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. But Chris Rock, for an entire decade, although it's totally benign, has been talking about black women with unapologetic jokes about how we carry ourselves, how toxic we are, and then he'll turn around and glorify a white woman. It's been a bunch of comedians, and I noticed that they're black, that really put us down really low on the totem pole. Really low. People are talking about how black women are uh, how black women have attitude. We're nasty. We don't care. We do, but and some of the behavior is true. There are, women that's been, going through it their whole life, and all they know how to do is just be uptight. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you look at their experiences and what they're going through, yeah, they're uptight. Yes, they're low key mean. Yes, something is going on with them. And I'm going to I can't say they because I'm a black woman too, and I put myself in that category. I'm from the Florida Projects in the Ninth Ward of New Orleans. We grew up poor. Um, and I taught myself basically. I didn't have a lot growing up. The one thing I did notice though is that when if I tried to be me, if I tried to boss up, if I tried to get a manager's position, I was always told, or I never got the manager's position because somehow I had attitude. I mean, it was the same everywhere. To where I'm like, well, maybe I need to look at myself and adjust my attitude. No, because even when I felt like I had to be conscious about what I was saying to people and how I engaged with people, I was still being treated the same way. And yes, I was conscious enough to know that perhaps it's me and maybe I should look at me. And when like I said, started speaking gently towards people, it was still the same thing. And then I started coming across people who had the same problem as me, where they want black women to shut the fuck up. Stay in your place. You can't be this or that. I am literally going through that. I am going through that right now. I had to show proof about a situation that I'm going through to my bosses, and he had to apologize to me for the behavior of the women around me who were trying to make me susceptible to their bullshit and was afraid of my energy, was afraid of my strength, and afraid of who I was as a person. And I'm very unapologetic as to who I am as a person because I know that I'm not out there making people's lives miserable. But people try to make my life miserable. Even if I try to offer them kindness, that's me manipulating them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do what the fuck I do. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. You can go and make a video about it. That's what you're gonna do, right? Go, whoever's doing it. I'm not singling anybody out here, so I don't want nobody to think I'm being messy or whatever. I love everybody. If you come to my channel and get a reading from me, I'm gonna give you a reading. Unless you say your name is Satan or Lucifer, then you can't get no reading from me. I'm gonna be prejudiced and tell you to go somewhere else. I'm gonna discriminate and tell you to go somewhere else. That's the only time I'm discriminative and prejudiced, is when you tell me you rock with Satan or something like that. And I'm unapologetic about that. Sorry, not sorry. Um, I was like trying to get to the point in the other video and I didn't. So what I noticed is there's a lot of men out there mourning this man's death. And hey, that's who you rocked with. He was your guru. He was your leader. But he did do it with a little pizzazz, which is why he got to be put in the position to do what he did, because he did it with a little pizzazz. He talked to women, even if he was talking to them a certain way. He wasn't screaming at them and yelling at them and calling them all kind of bitches and hoes. But the men he breed, the narcissists that he bred, his sons, the people that rock with him and follow him, his followers, you motherfuckers ain't got the sense God gave you. You latched on to his beliefs and his teachings because you needed to validate something about yourself that was wronging you and that you were trying to take out on black women when you should have been building yourself and loving yourself and understanding who you are. If you're rejected by a black woman, so fucking what? You know what I mean? Go find another black woman. Not all black women are going to like you. And we don't have to. You're going to rub a lot of people the wrong fucking way, but there is somebody out there for you. But if it's a woman who's not into you, she's just not into you. Get over it and move on. Get over it and move on. That's the only thing you can do. You out here making videos and screaming at bitches and cussing bitches out. You really ain't gonna get no pussy that way, to be honest with you. Who's gonna fuck you? So now you stuck in a loop where you got this toxic teachings that somebody taught your ass, and now you think you better than the black woman that, you know, she could be a little educated or whatever, and now she's a piece of shit because she's educated. She could have 4 kids and no man, and now she's a piece of shit because she's a single mother. You know what I mean? When is it that she's perfect for you? And why is it that she have to be perfect for you? She don't. You know who you need to fix? You need to fix you. You need to fix you. And if you feel like you don't agree with her lifestyle, then you can get rid of her and you can go find you a fabulous woman that you agree with. And by the way, you guys are practicing objectivism to like it's nobody's business. So go ahead and get you some Ayn Rand and read her philosophy, because that's what you're doing. You're totally, well, maybe not, because Ayn Rand's philosophy was, if you're not worthy of me, then you can't have me. Okay, so maybe it's not that. If you're not worthy of a situation, then you can't have that situation. If you didn't work hard or put your energy towards something, why should you benefit from it? Why should you benefit from it? Black women, I want you to know that you are beautiful. Even the ones who think that they're better than everybody else. I'm proud of you. I'm happy that you made your way, and you are loved. You are loved. Even the ones that rock with Kevin Daniels who thought, oh, I'm such a beautiful black woman, and I don't say, Kevin Daniels don't say half of the shit I say. I was reading something earlier that one of my favorite people put out, Sunkiss. Go and check out her channel. We should, and by the way, we should be able to have a healthy debate without being nasty to one another. It's about having healthy conversations about what's going on, so we can come to a conclusion where we come together and find some middle ground. And if that's not possible, if you're going to always say, oh, well, you think you're better than me because you're educated, I don't even have to bring that up. You know, the one thing I do bring up is like common fucking sense, though. You got to bring up common sense. And it's common sense to be like, listen, I ain't got to listen to you. I ain't got to listen to what you're talking about. And I refuse to sit here and let you talk crazy to me. That's common sense. That's common sense. Kevin Samuel did his thing. But the people that are following Kevin Samuels, you'll never be Kevin Samuels. You will never, ever be Kevin Samuels. He happened to be his own thing, and he was original. No matter if you agree with his philosophy or not. What you did was take his philosophy and you made it your own without, and you took somebody else's thought process and you made it your own, and you can't even take that process and process it properly. You took what he said and you used it to hate black women. You're not uplifting black women. You hate them. I saw a dude last night. He was screaming at bitches. I mean, yelling at them. Kevin Samuels would never do that. Ever. The one thing about the dude was he felt like he had class. Now, if you're a black woman and you're well educated, awesome. If you're a black woman and you're from the projects, awesome. If you're a black woman and you're single, awesome. Live your fucking life. Live it to the fucking fullest. If you got to do it once a month with your EBT and you go out at the park and fucking live your life and listen to fucking all the greats and the oldies and barbecue and party with your little money, that's your business. Live your life. If it makes you happy, do that. Don't worry about what anybody else is saying. You also got to live the consequences, so have some fucking common sense.